fellow movie lovers. So I'm joined again by my sister Sophie, the makeup artist.
Hello.
Who'll be slaying the face. And we'll be reviewing Finding Nemo, which we both love and adore and are completely obsessed with. Watched a million times. For those of you who don't know, Finding Nemo is about Nemo who gets lost in the great big ocean, and his father must fight the ocean, face his fears in order to save his son. Swim, swim, swim.
I like to swim.
I gotta find my son Nemo. Hello. Fish are friends, not food.
So today we will be doing a nice bold look, an orange bold look to represent Nemo, and
Gonna look like a clown.
Literally clownfish.
One of the reasons why I fell in love with this story, because like animation always gets you. Like it always uses some like real life story to just crush you through animation and make it look all fluffy, but it's really not. It's serious things,
serious narrative. And it's just educational as well.
So educational, so many learning points. Every time we watch it we just cry. Like it doesn't matter how many times, there's so many emotional bits. It's just so bloody heart-wrenching. Just so heart-wrenching. It's just like, I remember straight off the bat what happens. Wife and all the hundreds of children die.
Like everyone's dead out here. Like it's just
no
sad.
love for the fam. Like no love.
It gets you from the opening scene.
Very emotional.
But doesn't the opening scene set you up for the whole film?
It does, but also it's like, shit man, like is this for children? Shit.
This is too serious.
Shit man. Honestly, it's not a children's film, it's legit like an adult's movie, just disguised.
Grab shell, dude. Grab one. Oh. No hurling on the shell, dude. Okay, just waxed it.
You know, he loses his wife and all of his kids except one. And the reason why Nemo obviously has a little gimpy fin, my gimpy fin, is because obviously the shark that literally ate his brothers and sisters and his mum obviously scratched, or he must have just basically been hurt. Yeah. And ever since then, Marlin, his dad, is super overprotective of him, and
which is understandable.
Yeah, and he kept him off from like starting school for how many years, like, and it's just like, just shows you how some parents can be. Like they are so mollycoddle, like they mollycoddle their children,
and it's understandable. Like you understand why he's doing it. He just wants to protect that last one thing that he has, and that he loves. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. I'm just gonna cry. So emotional. I don't know what it is about that movie. One thing that really draws me is when Finding Nemo doesn't get its props. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna say it. When I hear people hyping about friggin' Frozen, and I'm like, excuse me, Finding Nemo is right in there with Lion King. Okay, yeah, I said it with my chest, and it really riles me up when people like try to put it up there just because of its sales and whatever. No,
Nemo is like an all-time.
No, there's rappers.
Best.
There's rappers that have sold more than some other rappers. It doesn't mean that they're better. Do you know what I mean?
The quality.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's just so insulting. You know what I mean? There's Brother Bear. There's those classics. So you know, the Beauty and the Beast. And
Nemo got its recognition.
No, I don't. And that's why I feel like Finding Dory, or Dory, did so well, because it was like people were compensating, do you know what I mean, for sleeping on Nemo in the first place. The casting was one of the best things about Finding Nemo, because Dory and the guy who played Marlin, Nemo, the shark,
literally like
fish are friends, not food.
Okay. Bruce. You never knew his father.
Hello. Fish are friends, not food.
You literally go on a journey with Marlin, and you literally see how he conquers his fears through having to travel through the ocean. Like you were telling me like recently that Dory represents obviously mental health. Like she
I love that. Love how
it's amazing.
In 2003 and just like addressing that in a kind of non-official way, and trying to create understanding and awareness for something like that. Like not everyone's the same, and you just have to have empathy and understanding for one another and patience. Oh Lord,
Marlin had a lot of patience.
Well, he had to learn patience. He didn't have patience, we had to learn patience. And just letting people in, and allowing people to help you. You know, there's just so many life lessons.
Just letting go. He wanted to control so much of their journey, and Dory taught him, just fucking let go.
Just let go.
He's like, let go. Literally, the whale said to swim to the back of the throat.
How do you know? How do you know? I just
many like.
You think you can do these things, Nemo,
but you just can't. Oh, like literally, and that's when he realizes shit. Like he's telling, don't touch the bird.
He touched the bird.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna swim with you.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna be your best friend. Good feelings gone.
But how lovely it is when you know when he first goes to school. And he's experiencing meeting the new kids at school, and you know, they see his skimpy fin, and that just shows disability. You know, when how
introducing that to children,
and I think how they
reacted
to it. She was like,
they all shared their insecurities.
Did you see that?
Things that they have a problem with.
The seahorse was allergic to H2O, but he lives in the bloody water. He lives in the sea.
That was brilliant. Shock me.
Like literally. So yeah. So how I loved how they represented that. You know, and it's just, you know, just be nice. Just be nice, because everyone's got something. You know,
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different. We're all different. Just
love our differences.
Love them.
Duck!
That's not a duck. It's a pelican.
Everybody hold on!
Guys, I have just halfway finished her eyes. I've just put a nice transition colour on, nice yellow, and then I went in with my orange just to keep swimming. And also I'm going to finish her eyes off, and so I'm just going to put some glitter at the bottom and just also follow on the eye colour that I did at the top, on the bottom of her on her lower eyelids. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop on some eyelashes. Also we're going to do her complexion, contour this bad girl, and then yeah, we're good to go. I just love how much Finding Nemo is so educational. Like, you know, Bruce is the trusty shark, and they introduce us to Bruce and his friends as like an AA meeting. They haven't eaten fish. How great is it to introduce like addiction
into something that's for kids, to kind of educate them. And I think that's why we can all relate to Finding Nemo, is because of the parodies with humanity that they kind of incorporate in this movie. Like, it's just so relatable. For different things, there's so much going on, there's so many different characters that you'll find someone to relate to.
We're having fish tonight.
We're having fish tonight.
Yes. And like, yeah, like reading, like how many people, not just kids, people struggle to read, and it's like
Nemo it's like Dory was the walking representation of all things
of the world.
Mental health, disability, and just all wrapped up in one human being. But you know, just such a lovable character. She's the
really
perfect
was.
person to kind of play her as well.
Ellen did a great job. Amazing. And when literally like Marlin didn't want to like believe her, you know, she started speaking whale, you know. You can't talk, Will, Neve. I mean, Dory.
Oh God. Of course he says to swim to the back of their throat.
He says, I think he says he wants a root beer float.
Root beer float.
literally he had to trust her. Like he had to just trust her, let go of all his inhibitions, all the things that he, you know, has literally taught himself while bringing up Nemo by himself as a young, like a single dad. And also touching upon single dads, like that's not always.
Shout out the single dads. I don't think single dads get props as they should.
No.
We love you. We see you.
We see you. Okay.
See you.
You know I speak whale. Come back.
Just as well, he might be hungry.
Don't worry, whales don't eat clownfish, they eat krill. Swim away! Oh look, krill!
Cuckoo, choo. Fly down to the big
old blue.
Open your eyes. So I have finished off her eyelashes. I will finish off her eyeshadow after I've done her skin, her complexion, her foundation. I'm going to prime her with some Too Faced Cooling Matte Primer. What I'm loving about quarantine is Netflix.
Netflix and chill. Michael Jordan, right?
Last Dance.
Last Dance.
It's, I know all, like, I feel like so I know, no, like now I think I know basketball.
Now I think I know basketball.
And I like I know all the legends, names like Paxson, you know, Dennis Rodman, you know, come on, Irving.
What's mad is that, like, you watch 10 episodes or something and you're friggin' pro.
Do you know what
like,
I mean?
You're friggin', you know everything.
I know
like
everyone.
It's funny because there's certain basketball players, Scottie Pippen, that I knew Scottie Pippen before I knew Scottie Pippen. Does that make sense? Like in terms of, I knew his name through hip hop, through music. Like players and rappers would say his name and stuff like that in songs. So I know I knew who Scottie Pippen is, but I knew his name. So watching, I was like, I mean, like, and so should it be. Like, shit.
They had like,
dog, what a player! Like,
it was wicked. It was
that
wicked.
team is something else.
The best.
The maddest thing is, like, growing up here. Like, you heard Michael Jordan, and you knew he was like the amazing player, but you didn't quite know. Like, you knew, but you didn't quite know. And I never grew up in a family that followed basketball. We were all football heads here. So, but we knew he was a star, and we knew he was phenomenal. But you just don't quite know. And obviously, that's still a very like controlled documentary. Don't get me wrong, but to see the group, like, that's mad. That's, who's doing that to themselves? Winning one is a friggin' achievement. Winning 6 is something else, and then to not give those same players that kind of opportunity. That being said, the worst thing to see in a team is the decline, and a team that you love and admire, whatever, is like the decline. So although Jerry was doing the most and was just a very anti person, they went out on a high. Like, they went out on the highest of all highs, and no one can like really compete with that and can question it. So it's kind of like they went out with a bang. But honestly, like, the athlete that MJ was,
he spoke it into fruition. He said, I'm gonna do that. And I think
he's one of those people that has that ability, and they do discuss that. They do talk about that, him living in the moment, which is so important.
Oh my God,
living in the moment, and
you see that, don't you?
Putting the time in, like when he was sick. No, when they gave him poison,
did it? They
poisoned him.
I thought they poisoned him. I thought it was the only
one. Why is there 5 man?
Why is there 5 man? Like, but there could have been 5 man because he's Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
you hear him on the phone.
But no, they poisoned him. They were trying to take him out.
They wanted to take him out.
Like,
but even like, did they find who killed his dad?
That.
They wanted to bring him down with that.
Really fuck up his mentality. I'm
but
telling you.
He showed you a lot.
So there was all sorts of conspiracies going on in my head on so much, and
I just think it's sad.
It was so heartbreaking.
It just shows how strong he is.
And honestly, to kind of go through something like that and come out on the other end and not it completely F you up mentally, and you're still able to persevere. Like, please don't talk to me about nothing else, because that is different type of strength.
It is.
Like,
it is.
Don't ever speak my name in your mouth. Like, and it also, he's, you know, another example of when you're up, but when you're up, certain people, media, especially as a black man, are so literally and ready to just
do you know what I mean?
Drag you down in the dirt. Hats off to that team, man.
I'm telling you.
Honestly, those players.
Took Chicago Bulls to another. They put them on the map. So, okay, I have completed her eyes. I put a bit of glitter at the bottom, L'Oreal, I think it's called Wonderland. Also, I'm going to put some highlighter on.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta eat. In conclusion, we love, absolutely hot,
Literally.
Finding Nemo, because we just think it has an amazing way of using human parody behavior that we can all relate to.
I actually can't fault anything, from casting to CGI to
the graphics were so
amazing. Literally, like, and how many years ago was that?
On top of that, it's like from 2003, and we can still watch it now and it looks fresh. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, no shade, but like when you're watching Ants and that and you're like, this is definitely me, don't worry. Yeah, absolutely. The CGI is amazing. The music's amazing.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sand and watches the ships as they come sailing. Give me some fan, give me some noggin, dude.
Nice.
Okie dokie, Sophie.
Yeah.
So, what do you give Finding Nemo a Rachael RnR rating of? Drum roll, please.
10 out of 10. 10
out of 10. I also give it a 10 out of 10. I freaking love Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And if anyone's got anything to say about it, come and have a word.
Yeah.
Come and have a word. Alright?
Go
I think
and
it's
have one.
sensational. And if you haven't managed to watch it,
you don't know where you've been living, mate.
what the hell are you doing with yourself?
Literally. Stop and look sharp.
Fix up and look sharp. Alright? Fix up and look sharp.
Stop, look sharp.
So what have you done with my face? You made me look like an absolute freaking beautiful clownfish.
Clown. Alright, so I literally gave a nice bold orange look. We used MYX palette and also a bit of a Morphe palette also. And I also did a soft contour because Rachel's got amazing like cheekbones and like bone structure already, so it wasn't too much. And I also put some glitter, some barium glitter called Wonderland, yeah, underneath also. And yeah, we've got a L'Oreal Belmain lipstick on called Power as well. But yeah, I mean, also just put a little bit of blusher on her as well. We contoured her a little bit, but yeah, that's what I did, guys.
Basically.
Basically. Look at us, close your eyes. Oh snap, look at that skin popping.
Yeah,
I love it.
and I've got nowhere to go. Okay, anywho, thanks guys for watching. See you next time when Sophie will be doing the beat. Okay, as always, thank you. Till next time.
Bye.
Stan, what do you give 300?
Oh, seeing 300, I will give that a strong